I'm standing at the edge of some crazy cliff. What I have to do, I have to catch everybody if they start to go over the cliff. I mean, if they're running and they don't look where they're going, I have to come out from somewhere and catch them. That's all I'd do all day. I'd just be the catcher in the rye and all. I'll just tell you about this madman stuff that happened to me around last Christmas, just before I got pretty run down and had to come out here and take it easy. Where I want to start telling is the day I left Pensy Prep. Anyway, it was a Saturday of the football game with Saxon Hall. I was standing way the hell up on top of Thompson Hill. I wasn't down at the game because I was on my way to say goodbye to old Spencer, my history teacher. He told me, "Life is a game, boy. Life is a game that one plays according to the rules." And I said, "Yes, sir, I know it is. I know it." Game? My ass. Some game. If you get on the side where all the hot shots are, then it's a game, alright. I'll admit that. But if you get on the other side, where there aren't any hot shots, then what's a game about? Nothing. No game. But I just couldn't hang around there any longer. The way we were on opposite sides of the pole, I told old Spencer that I had to go. I'm the most horrific liar you ever saw in your life. It's awful. So when I told old Spencer I had to go to the gym, that was a sheer lie. It was pretty nice to get back to my room after I left old Spencer. I took off my shoes and my glasses, and then I looked at this hat that I'd bought in New York that morning. It was this red hunting hat with one of those very, very long peaks. My roommate Ackley came in while I was reading. He had a terrible personality. He was also sort of a nasty guy. He took a look at my hat and said, "Up home we wear a hat like that to shoot deer, for Christ's sake." Like hell it is. I took it off and looked at it. I sort of closed one eye, like I was taking aim at it. "This is a people shooting hat," I said. "I shoot people with this hat." I was in the bathroom talking to another boy, Stradlater. He told me that he was going on a date with my childhood friend, Jane Gallagher. I nearly dropped dead. We used to play chess all the time. She wouldn't move any of her kings. When I learned that he tried to pursue Jane sexually, I damn near lost it. I shoved him as hard as I could, and he ended up hitting me in the side of the head. I didn't keep my mouth shut, and that moron slammed me one, and I found myself on the floor. I often think of my brother Allie. God, he was a nice kid. I slept in the garage the night he died, and I broke all the goddamn windows with my fist, just for the hell of it. But anyways, I just didn't want to hang around anymore, so I decided I'd take a room in a hotel in New York. After I arrived, I grabbed a taxi. I said to the cab driver, "You know those ducks in that lagoon right near Central Park South? That little lake? Do you happen to know where they go? No one tells me where the ducks go, so I keep asking." I also get fooled by Ernie, the hotel elevator operator, into hiring a prostitute. When I don't pay her enough money, Sonny comes back and punches me and takes $50. The next morning, I called my old friend Sally Hayes and made a date with her for that afternoon. I made my way through New York into Central Park, hoping that maybe I'd find my sister Phoebe there, but I didn't. If she would have been there, I would have visited the old museum. The best thing in that museum was that everything always stayed right where it was. Nobody'd move, nobody'd be different. The only thing that would be different is you. Finally, I saw old Sally, and I went to meet her. She looked terrific. She really did. The funny part is, I felt like marrying her the minute I saw her. We had a discussion about school, and I said, I don't hardly get anything out of anything. I'm in bad shape. I'm in lousy shape. You certainly are, she said. I propose that Sally and I run away together, and she declines. We're both practically children, she said. The conversation didn't end well, and I said, come on, let's get out of here. You give me a royal pain in the ass. In case you don't live in New York, the Wicker Bar is in this sort of swanky hotel, the Seton Hotel. I used to go there quite a lot, but I don't anymore. I gradually cut it out. It's one of those places that are supposed to be very sophisticated and all, and the phonies are coming through the window. That night, I needed to see Phoebe so damn bad, so I snuck into her room and sat at the end of her bed. She finally woke up, she put her arms around me, she was glad as hell. Phoebe told me about her day, and I told her about this recurring dream that I keep having. In the dream, I'm standing at the edge of some crazy cliff. What I have to do, I have to catch everybody if they start to go over the cliff. I mean, if they're running and they don't look where they're going, I have to come out from somewhere and catch them. That's all I'd do all day. I'd just be the catcher in the rye and all. I told her my plan of running away and living on a ranch in Colorado. She was mad as hell and wouldn't take that pillow off her face. So I left. The next day I go to the museum to meet up with Phoebe to say my goodbyes to her. She came bouncing around the corner. She looked happy as hell. It almost made me reconsider what I was about to do. She told me that if I was leaving, she was coming with me. There was no way I was about to let that happen, so I told her I would stay. In return, I got my red hat back. We went to the carousel that day. Watching her spin around the carousel and reach for that golden ring made me feel happiness for the first time in a long time.